new subscribers. Yay. Hello, thank you for subscribing. And I mainly do rambles on this and just kind of talk about my day or my week or whatever kind of jumps in my head. Try to walk a fine line between being boring and making sure people want to stay. So it's kind of a hard balance sometimes because you want people to fall asleep, but sometimes you gotta make some stuff up or whatever and on the spot, and I'm kind of running out of ideas some days. So if anyone has recommendation, I was actually thinking about maybe like reading song lyrics or something like that, because I don't always have, an eventful day or a bunch of things to talk about, which kind of might be an asset if like people are falling asleep to it, but at the same time, if it's absolutely like nothing that I'm talking about, then people would want to go to maybe something that's more of a trigger of an object or like a white noise rather than stay for the ramble if there's not much going on. But so I'm kind of thinking about like reading something in some newer videos, or maybe doing some object triggers as well. I could like more standard kind of stuff. But yeah, let me know on that. And as for kind of like the vlog ramble of the day is, I still have that car issue and the insurance place isn't calling me back, so kind of getting frustrated with that. But it sort of is what it is. Like, it's not like the engine is failing or anything. It's a lighting issue, it's a wiring issue, so I wouldn't want it to keep going on, but I can technically wait a week or two, but it's just annoying me, and it's kind of like an uncertainty. I've been taking ashwagandha, and it actually has chilled me out quite a lot, because I've had a lot of hiccups and life frustrations in the last month, and it actually is an adaptogen or a drug or a supplement that works, ashwagandha, at least for me, and I think you just have to find a brand that's real. I'm using the All Max. It's the KSM whatever grade, which I think is the standard. It could be just marketing, but I think it's the standard at least. So I have that, and it's been keeping me mellow through kind of like a roller coaster of a month. And also my job is kind of crazy. Not really as much in workload or even in like thinking it's a pretty chill job. It's not much to it. And I guess because there's not much to it, it's competitive for lazy people and snakes and stuff. So there's a lot of office politics and gossip and weird micromanaging from the middle manager who's new and probably wanting to like stake his claim and authority or whatever, because he's only been there for like 4 months, and like a lot of people have been there for years, and I've been there for like almost 7 years, so he's probably going a little bit too extra with it, and I'm not really responding to it, to be honest, so he's probably going to fire me, but it kind of is what it is. I don't really want to be stuck there for life anyways, because I probably should have moved up by now, and they've kind of made it clear if you work, if you don't work, it's the same pay and same job either way. And they're like making me, well, I didn't do it, that's kind of why I'm thinking about I might get fired, but they try to get me to sign something that like I gotta like text that level of, giving them control over me. I've been there for like 7 years, and now I have to text them to leave. I'm not going to do that, so we'll see if they fire me, and if they fire me, if I could get some, severance or whatever. But I kind of don't want to be doing these, do nothing 9 to 5s. Like, I should have probably got into a trade, but it wasn't really open up to me at the time, and I was kind of a crazy person as well. And now I'm still kind of thinking about it, but at the same time, I'm getting older, and it would have made more sense to get into it when I was like 18 and could take some punishment on the body. And with the trades, the thing is, you gotta get certified over years, and then the real money is either starting your own business or being in a union, and there's not many unions in the town that I'm at, actually very, very close to zero. Just the drivers and grocery store people have unions here, really. And then start your own business, and then you're basically just going to be like a salesman and marketing more than, your trade, right? So you got to kind of be on the grind set and extroverted, and like I don't see my life working like 100 hours a week at this point in my life. I'm kind of getting burnt out, and I don't want to just double down into the sort of culture that's kind of killed me, which might be a negative way of thinking, to be honest, and it's not really a textbook strong work ethic, and I'm kind of realizing my faults at this point. But I'm going to try to make it on YouTube doing these, and kind of make it out of the rabbit run or the whatever expression you can put in, and just try to be my own boss. And it might not work, but it might also work. It's kind of a high risk, high reward situation, and it's somewhat odd. Like, if you were to be like a professional ASMR guy, like if that was your job, it kind of seems weird to me. But at the same time, if people are responding to it and I gain momentum on here, it's something that I'll consider, obviously. I'm kind of a non-confrontational person, and I don't really like to be in stressful environments. Most people are that way. Some people respond to it quite well. I have an uncle that drove an ambulance. Like, some people do, they want to be where it's hectic and they want to come out on top, and that's me to a degree, but at the same time I like to do it while not being stimulated overly, and kind of try to find my own way to do it. But yeah, I tried to make yogurt last night, it's kind of been a few days, because I kept getting it wrong, and I started over and over again, and I put it in the fridge, and then I boiled it again, and it ended up kind of smelling like bread, not really yogurty. Well, it smells yogurty now, after it's thickened in the fridge, or however it works. It thickens, and then you put it in the fridge, and it seemed to thicken again, but it kind of tastes a little bit like bread too, so there's some kind of wild yeast in it that it got contaminated somehow. It didn't really upset my stomach, and it didn't make me feel bad or anything, so it's edible, but I don't know if it's proper yogurt, and the taste isn't great. So I thought I'd be like a do-it-yourself kind of guy and save money on the yogurt, but if I keep throwing it away, or if it doesn't work, then I'm spending more money and not saving money. So I might just, buy yogurt like everyone else and not try to be some sort of craft guy about it, but I've been using a lot of yogurt and kefir, or drinking rather, but in the last heal up my gut. Like, I've had gut problems, pretty well my whole life. But I haven't really had a proper diagnosis on what my gut problem is. I'm just assuming that it's a lack of greens or a lack of probiotics. That's kind of where I'm at with it, like fiber and yogurt and stuff. But so I've been upping the fiber a little bit and upping the probiotics a little bit, and it feels a bit better for sure. It comes and goes. I think some of it is stress. If I'm overly stressed, my stomach kind of acts up. So the ashwagandha maybe even helped a little bit with that as well. The ashwagandha and the yogurt together probably have calmed me out both mentally and physically quite a bit in the last 2 or 3 weeks. And my life is almost actually at the point of like falling apart right now. My car's having problems. I might get fired. And my other channel got demonetized a while ago. So, I mean, my life is kind of on fire right now, but I'm not really reacting to it. I'm kind of staying calm, and I don't know if that calm is a sign of me giving up and feeling defeated, or if it's just realizing that panicking isn't going to make anything better, and I need to live in the moment, and I can't be so anxious about the future and depressed about the past anymore. It's not working for me. The hamster wheel in my head, the overthinking isn't working for me anymore. And the office politics, trying to manage all these snakes and rats, isn't working for me anymore. Unless you're like a doctor that has an actual degree or trades or something like that your work really matters. It's all these little minimum wage jobs it's almost like more of a popularity contest than actual workload. But I don't think that I'm defeated. I don't think that my lack of reaction is apathy or defeat. I think it's just me hoping. Expecting would be the wrong word, because you have to prepare for the worst, but hoping that things get better and maybe having faith that they will. Running around like a chicken with your head cut off isn't going to make things better. So the ashwagandha maybe has helped with that as well. And I have to go to work in a couple hours. I'm posting this in the morning. Hopefully that doesn't bother anybody, because it's not a pure black room. I just closed the blinds, and it's still not afternoon yet, but I think most people don't really watch the video. They kind of put the phone down, or they put the headphones in, and it's more audio than watching the actual video when it's a long form ramble. So I don't think that's as important as what I'm saying, and hopefully what I'm saying has some quality for people in relaxation and what have you. So I'm gonna wrap this up in a minute. We're at about 14 and a half minutes. I'll probably close this off at like 15. I'm not gonna get it right on 15. I'm kind of OCD about that. I was always trying to kind of stop at like exactly 15 and exactly 20. I might do that, try a little bit less, because every time I stop this, I guess there's like a slight lag of like when the capture or whatever, I don't know. But like if I stop this at exactly 15, it'll always be like 15:01. So I'd have to like time it to be like 14:59 or something, and then hope that it was gonna be at 15. I can never really land it. So how much of that I do, I don't know, but expect some more videos coming up in the next week, but give some recommendations of like some other things other than the vlogs and the rambles, because I'm not going to be able to come up with 15-20 minutes of content to my day every day, because I live a very non-eventful life, and maybe that's, like I was saying, good for ASMR if I'm just talking about doing the dishes or the laundry or whatever. But at the same time, I'd like a little bit of variety on this channel. Maybe like I said, like reading song lyrics or something. But let me know, and like and subscribe. The likes help my algo. So it's almost like a free donation if you like the video. Like if you're at like a museum or something, you have to put in like $1 or whatever donation, but it's like a like is free, and it's almost like that. It almost, it supports the channel and it gets it into the algo. So if you like it, that would be good. I don't know if dislikes do the opposite or if they get you in the algo as well. I think they do the opposite, and I think I might be inviting trolling of getting people to dislike this, but a like would be appreciated. And I hope everyone's doing well, and have a good sleep if you're going to sleep right now. If you're not going to sleep, and if you're just listening to this while at work or doing housework, or maybe driving. If you're driving, don't fall asleep. Hopefully your day is going well, and you're taking care of yourself and getting things done. And yeah, so God bless everybody. Thanks for stopping by. I'm going to try to end this at 17 and a half, so let's time it. It's going to be right